girls.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right, we should have sound. We should be ready to go. We should be all live and doing our thing. It's Saturday. Oh my gosh, who's happy for that?
Woo.
A lot of you guys are happy just to be like Friday, but we just have to be like Saturday. Woo, yay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it through the show tonight.
Okay.
I need a new stereo. Axeman, you know what to do. Drop those digits or figure it out. We'll hook it up as always. Been a while. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Fernando?
I'm wonderful, man. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm crappy. I'm not feeling good at all.
Normally, I'm the guy like coughing all the time.
Yeah.
And,
Nah, coming back from
this guy
vacation
right
has
here, man.
just not done me well. You know, it's been hot.
Yeah.
Like it's so hot and humid right now.
Yeah.
Like running at night is just like, man, like death. Ugh. But
Seattle.
sunny
80
and rainy.
and sunny. See, I want to go to Seattle in this time so they can be 80 and sunny.
No, it's not faded. It's like retro. His is faded.
This is not even a 5-star car.
I work 7 days a week.
What does that mean? That doesn't mean
You need a
nothing.
better job. But I'm not, trust me, I'm right there with you. I don't think I ever get a day off. Because even tomorrow I'll be doing prep work for the show that'll be out on Monday, and also any back end stuff that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when I, a lot of people are like, oh, it's YouTube. The amount of work that goes into running a YouTube channel is, especially at the amount of content we create, is astronomical. But no, my heart goes out to you, man. If you got to work 7 days a week to pay your bills and do all that fun stuff, man. Like I've always told you, when I graduated high school, I went off and started doing college. I worked for Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble only needs you to work 3 days a week. So I was going to college, working 3 days a week, and I thought that was wonderful. My mom goes, well, you can't just work 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So I get a job working at a car stereo shop, working Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So now I'm working 6 days a week, going to college. Mom goes, well, you got Sunday off. I'm like, I got homework. She goes, yeah, but it's Sunday. You could probably make some money on Sunday. So I took a temp job. They just had me doing odd things on Sunday. So 7 days a week, going to college. Slightly burned out. This is a word to use, but yeah. I don't know what she was thinking. Love mom to death, but I think she was kind of a crackhead. That's all I can think of. Hello from Canada.
Canada.
Haley's favorite place. She wants to go to Canada so bad.
Really?
When is the next DSP live show? That's a wonderful thought there. I've been thinking about that because there have been some new updates to products. If you'll notice, the JBL is gone. They came and picked that up. I was sad to see it go. I really was. I'm not kidding. I really didn't want to give it back to them, but they needed it, so it was like, all right, well, bummer. Yeah. I don't know. We need to look into that because, Alpine has the new software for the 805X. So that would be nice to take a look at that. If we could figure out how to download it, that would be cool.
What's up, Eduardo?
Obviously, we still have the we still have the Sound Digital small because we did the big. The mini.
Yeah, the Helix
So
Mini.
no, the Sound Digital.
Okay.
Yeah, the smaller Sound Digital. So no, maybe we'll do one next week. We'll see how it goes for sure.
It depends.
All right, what do you got there?
What's your opinion on the best upgrade for 4x6 speakers where a 6x9 won't fit? Looking for a component.
Why would you do a 4x6? Why not just do a 4 and a tweed or a 5 and a tweed?
Like a 5 1/4.
Yeah, if a 6x9, just do a 5 1/4 component. I think you're gonna have an easier time finding like a 5 1/4 component than a 4x6.
Yeah, 5 1/4 component definitely that would be better than the 4x6.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Does the Kenwood Hira cam work on the JVC 10-inch? That's a no. So we'll just leave it at that. It does not work on the 10-inch. Different. There is a component to that camera that is not on the back of the JVC, so it will not work. Hey, what's up, Car Gift? Gotta go to
Hey,
Portugal.
Car Gift. Yeah, see, I would love to go to Portugal.
Buffering.
Hey,
it's gonna happen.
I'm Fernandez. What's up, brother?
2021 Porsche 911 factory integration is up, and who would be the best vendor to look for options? I think it uses the most system. Man, that's a tough one. So here, obviously try Mobridge, try Helix, like the Helix, like the amplifier company. They contract the company to make adapters. So try Helix, try Mobridge.
Underdog. What's up?
I think I don't think because Audison pays Mobridge, so I think try Helix or Mobridge. See if anybody makes it. Oh, Nav TV. I'm sorry, and Nav TV, because Nav TV has a bunch of the German stuff. So one of those three may have what you're looking for. I'd probably go Nav TV, Mobridge, Helix in that order.
Texas is in the house.
Wash hands all the time, constantly washing hands. It's what you do. Best single din for a Harley, Rockford. Just go look at the Rockfords.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's yeah. What's up, Dean?
What's up?
Same. Just trying to get through. Just so you guys know, in a little bit, we are going to be taking a deep dive into the German Maestro set of components that they sent us to unbox and play with. We'll be doing a more normal video, but we have them here, and we're back from vacation, and with us releasing the German Maestro video yesterday, a lot of people were excited to see that. We kind of want to jump on that a little bit, and for those of you guys that didn't get a chance to see it, we thought this would be a great opportunity to unbox them, take a look at them, and since we have them in our hands, if you guys want to see something specific or whatnot, we are going to have them live on the show here sometime in the next couple weeks. I'm thinking we'll try to get them on before Dallas, but we'll have to see what happens because Dallas is soon going to be 4 weeks away. So
yeah.
I'll give them a call and see what we got. My knee is a soccer ball.
That's what you say?
No, that sounds like a boring life comment. You're going to test the German Meisters. We are going to be putting them in a car, and we are going to be listening to them. It's just not probably going to happen in a timely manner.
No, we have a lot of things to do. But
I'm thinking about putting them in Haley's car.
There you go. Yeah.
Just to put them in there and see what they do. Question from Texas: do you ever change the voltage jumper on a DMA10 from 5 to 10 volts? No, leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
No.
Don't ever touch it.
I don't think
no reason to ever touch it. Very cool with those German Maestro. Yeah, very cool with those German Maestro components. I think a lot of people would. Honestly, I'm excited to hear them. So as much as I'd like to speed the process up,
Yeah.
See, the problem is there's holes in our schedule. I get excited. So we have something coming up, and then the week after that, the girls are gone. So I have the car for a whole week, which we can do stuff with.
Yeah.
But that's not until October.
Yeah.
So it's we kind of think of it on a annual thing, and not because of surgery, Dean. What are we talking about? I missed I don't know. How about the new Chevy Ultimate EV battery for car audio? I'm not a battery guy. I really don't know enough about them.
What's up, Jason?
I mean, yeah. Dean, I took your advice, got a DSP, the DMA10. There you go. Hi from Georgia.
I'm still watching the Olympics, man. Yeah, nice.
No, the JVC and the Kenwood do not have the same audio grade components.
No,
they have very similar back end features.
Yeah.
Like the JVC does have the parametric EQ, but no, they do not have the same audio grade components. Soccer ball knee. So did you catch the boring life of Dean and Haley, where we got to see the red, the cleating that Haley got? But her knee did turn out okay, so she didn't need surgery or anything like that. So Jason says hi to El Fuego. 2021 Tahoe, Nambos, would you add anything to my list? Got the Type R's. I go up to the Type X, but the Type R's are good. I'm always wanting to go one more.
Yeah.
Sound Digital 801, Sound Digital 804 with a Helix Mini DSP. So what we're trying to do is tiny. Personally, you got the Sound Digital, you're doing the Helix DSP. I know they don't make an 802, but I really wish they did, because I would like to see like that 804 just on those front Alpine components. To me, would be really cool, because that's like when we did that combination in Fernando's car. We used the 804 just to power the tweeter and the mid bass, and the 801 to power the subwoofer.
Yeah.
So to me, that was the perfect use for those amplifiers. I don't know if powering. I mean, you could do it. Yeah. To me, it makes more sense to put all that power to the front and not worry about the rears so much.
Right.
And do what we call the front stage upgrade. Power the fronts, get them separated, get them going, get them live, get them DSP'd, power a sub, and then who cares about the rear? But that's just my thought on that.
Yeah.
Exelon has 2 lines. That is correct. You have the Exelon, and then you have the XR line. Mm-hmm. The XR line is comprised of speakers, amps, and subwoofers also. Can you pull that up real quick? Can you go to their page?
Which one?
Exelon.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I know. I just totally didn't. It's USA. So if you go to that one, it's not going to take you to the right spot. Yeah, that's going to take you to the right spot. Just type in Kenwood USA and or Kenwood Car Audio. They do some really dumb stuff. Hi from North Dakota. Okay, thanks. I rock MB Quartz in my Dodge Daytona in the 90s. It would be fun to try them again. Yes, it would. I know, right? That's the fun part about it. I have a Pioneer. Sometimes the screen freezes at the phone screen and the steering controls stop working. I shut off the radio and reset. Should I reflash the module or the radio? It sounds like it's the radio. I would definitely check to see if there's a software update. All right, check this out. We're going to Fernando's laptop here. And what you see when you click on the Exelon product line is Exelon reference and regular Exelon. Click on the reference.
Reference over here.
Reference it is. And if we scroll down, what you'll see is the big 10, the 1000 series radios and the 9 series radios are all there. So all the floating screens are XR. The 9 series is an XR. And then we have a 7-inch, the 1801s, the 6.5, the 6.5-inch coaxials.
This is the new ones.
Those are the new ones across the top. Those are really nice.
Oh my God.
These are the predecessors. Those were really nice speakers too. They just didn't take off because they had the power handling on them was like 45 and 40 watts, and people just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
They have the subwoofers, shallow mount as well as regular depth. They have
this one right here is cool.
Yeah, that was the one that Sean just had in his Camaro today. Yeah. They have some of the slant back boxes. And then they have the amplifiers, the XR. These are all going to be high-res amplifiers. The new XR 1001 is pretty awesome. So now you can do the DSP amplifier if you want, or you can go with the 4-channel. And I think the DSP amplifier with the 1000 watt is one of the pretty common ones we do. But the gold speakers look so good. They do look so good, and they sound amazing. Was the ZZ2 thing you were talking about Monday? What was the ZZ2 thing you were talking about Monday? If you go to zz2.com and just look it up, or just Google ZZ2, you can. I think my. It is basically what it is. If you have Apple CarPlay in your radio, whether it be an aftermarket or a factory, other than a Sony, it doesn't work on Sony's. You can take this device, it plugs into the USB, and then you pair your phone to it, and now you have wireless CarPlay. We're going to do a video on it, and also we're going to talk to them. You'll see the video that we talk to them next week. So you can hang out till next week. We'll have some more. We're going to talk to them. We interviewed them at Knowledge Fest, so that will be up. And then we'll do an unboxing and show you how it all works. But it's pretty amazing, and I love it, and I'm glad. I'm probably going to buy another one for Sue's car. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. Are we ready? Should we get to the unboxing? Why don't you fire up the camera so that it can go through its startup phase.
All right, read this one right here.
Axeman, 2016 Honda CRV. They made a CRV? Need amp with new front and rear speakers. Do I need a sub, or can I get away without? Thinking 3-channel kicker key with speakers will be around 2 to 3 years. Car will be around 2 to 3 years. Definitely gonna want a sub. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need some kind of sub for sure because it doesn't have to be big. I know you don't need a ton of bass, but we're gonna need something. Whether we do something like an under seat subwoofer or an 8-inch or just something, but you gotta have that low end bass because these speakers are not going to be doing it for you. The one thing to always keep in mind when you're looking at a speaker manufacturer is that when they build something other than subwoofers, or when they build like a 6 and 7 and 8 or whatever, they build subs, they want you to buy the sub. So even if you buy a $300 or $400 mid bass, it's still not going to sound like a sub. We get close, but not awesome. Any recommendations for the Ridgeline speaker setup? I have a 13 Ridgeline. It's a 6.5 set of components. Any 6.5 components will work. It'll be nice. What's the magic trick to retain the OEM backup camera on these things? I know about the 6-volt trigger, but I'm still having issues. Yeah, I mean, getting the aftermarket radio to work with this. I mean, I don't have the Kia Sorento wire colors right off the top of my head, but it's a 4-wire hookup, 2 power, 2 ground. All right, if you can't find them behind the radio, typically what we'll do, you good?
Yeah.
What's wrong? It just clicked on.
I know.
Typically what we'll do, it's fine.
Okay. So
I'm just going to give it to the count of 3 and then we'll turn it on. If you hit record, it'll keep it on.
That's what
Hold on, we gotta check something. I'll get back to that. Hang on. Yep, you're good. You're live. All right. Yep. All right.
Okay.
It's gonna give the numbers at the top.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. All right. So real quick, back to the backup camera. Sometimes what'll happen is we can't find the wiring behind the radio. We'll go back to the camera. At the camera, it's only going to be 4 wires: a shield, the center pin, the positive signal. So the shield is ground, the center pin, and the 6-volt power and ground. If we can't find it behind the radio, we'll go to the back of the car to where it plugs in and we'll start metering it there. Because once we find it there, we can easily do a continuity test between the front of the car and the back of the car and find out where these wires are at. And if they're not there, it might be going through some form of a camera DSP, and at which case we'll just run our own wires or we'll go looking for the camera DSP.
All right, so real quick, I just want to say happy birthday to
Woo!
George.
Happy birthday, George!
Hashtag, what did he say?
Mama always said.
Yeah.
Mama always said.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Box of chocolate. All right, so we're going to move on here. What do you need?
Switch it.
I will. Relax. We're going to move on right now to taking a look at the Maestro, German Maestro speakers. So here we go. Fernando Cam 2. So if you want to learn more about German Maestro, make sure you head over to German Maestro, german.maestro.de. I believe they have a USA company now. It's just having a hard time focusing because it's black.
I know.
So.
All right, so let me move it over here.
It's all right. Move it over there. I'm going to get a drink.
And we're going to unbox it right now. It comes in a cool box, you know? So,
all right. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, that was fuzzy. Sorry. Here we go.
Hang on.
All right, so this is you just got them home. You just pulled them out. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Woo. Here we go. Inside, owner's manual. If you didn't see the Andy Wehmeyer owner's manual reveal, it's hilarious. Make sure you go through this, read. We got stickers. We got warranty cards. We got cautions. Instructions on how to mount the passive crossover. As you can see from this picture, you can mount it in multiple different ways if you're going to be using it. And of course a life-size template, which is really nice. It explains the whole biamping process. And also, these speakers can be coaxials and or components.
So you can read the instructions, guys.
Definitely read the instructions. You don't want to screw up your nice new expensive pair of speakers. Inside the box is grills, tweeter mounts, and all those fun things that you're so used to. But let's take a look at the passive crossovers, because this is one of the really cool features of MB Court, and the German Maestro, of course, because it is MB Court, has brought that back in line. Your tweeter attenuation is located right here on the top of the passive crossover with 0, negative, -1, -3, -5. If this works. Nope. If you flip it over, it has the standard look and feel of any other crossover. If you come in the end, these are biampable. So you have your tweeter and your front inputs and outputs. So these are negatives, these are positives. These jumpers are already installed. If you're going to be using it as a 2-channel, let's say not biamped, but if you are going to be biamping it, you can pull these two out. Tweeter negative, tweeter positive, woofer negative, woofer positive. Flip it over on the other side. Negative woofer, positive woofer, negative tweeter, positive tweeter. So don't hook them up to match, hook them up to what it says. On the sides here, you see all these little slits. These little slits are what you're going to be mounting the mounting brackets to. So.
But this is a cool thing, man. Like,
yeah, of course, seeing it that way. Like if we ever do a set of these, we're definitely going to be putting them out where everyone can see them because they look sexy. They're definitely some sexy beasts. Oh, so sexy. All right, let me get these. Let me get the grills and the tweeter mounts out of the way here. Okay. Ooh, that's heavy. It's got a lot of parts inside of it. A lot of metal parts, a lot of bracketry. Here are the mounts for the tweeters here. There's some form of tape. We'll get really deep into all this and show you how to mount them together when we do the official unboxing. But for right now, we just want to get in there and take a look at these drivers. So let me grab one mid-range, and I'm going to grab one tweeter, and then
if you want to know what's the model number, it's right there. SB.
He broke it.
6509. There you go. SB.
So fortunately for me, this actually comes with something. So they have these protective covers over them. So if you're a fumble fingers like myself, this actually shields the speaker. So they don't want you to touch that nice hard dome tweeter and get your fingerprints all over it and ruin it. They also have bars that go across here. That's what those 4 holes are for. So if you're going to mount this out where everyone can see it, they have, it looks like a small woofer. So you guys have seen the woofers that have the metal bars across. Otherwise, they have this cap until you're done. It also locks it into place when you're twisting these things in. But as you can see, it's a pretty decent size tweeter. And hang on. So just to give it some scale, because everybody wants to know how big we're dealing with. So here's a standard quarter. And then we'll put this tweeter with the top off next to it so that you can see how big that is. So it's a pretty giant. This is German Maestro. These are all made in Germany. These are not made in China. These come directly from Germany.
There you go, guys.
So, all right. So we'll take a look at the mid-range now. So I'm gonna put the tweeter away because I don't want to hurt it.
Please don't. Oh my.
All right. So
if you want to send your speaker to make sure like it's rigid and everything, send it to Dean.
Yeah.
He would drop it just to make sure. It's rigid.
Yeah. Oh no, trust me. When we have manufacturers send them stuff, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna break it.
It's like, oh, this is rigid. All right. Then proof.
It's actually way bigger than the Focal Flax physically. The Flax is probably 3/8 to 1/4 of an inch smaller.
A little bit more, yeah.
All right, going back to camera 2. All right, if for nothing else, the fact that this is blue already sold me.
Oh yeah, right?
Like this silver former here on the back, where they've inset the logo. So this is inset on here. So this is like a cap that goes over the magnet.
Yeah.
But it's aluminum, so it's not like it's plastic or something like that. But this, look, I'm sure it's just there, but when you have two-tone and something, it's automatically to me sexy, because anytime you're doing something that no one will ever see or care to look at, you already impressed me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's not like, but it is. Now, if you're wondering, yes, there are 2 sets of terminals on here, and there's only, if you look closely here, you can see there's only one solder point. There's one solder point here, and there's one solder point here. So these other two are not going to anything. They're just using those. But so you have a connection for positive here, and a connection for negative over there. That's it. The reason why these are here, though, is if we are going to turn this in, if we're going to remove the metal autoformer out of this and turn these into a coaxial, we will then be using these for the positive and negative of our tweeter.
So just unscrew it. Screw this. No, just take it off.
No, it doesn't just unscrew. There's a whole...
Yeah, right there.
Man, I don't... Okay, I didn't read the instructions, so I don't want to screw this up yet. No, I don't want to play with it yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait till we film that part of the video, because there's no reason for us to take it out yet. But you have the German Meister on the cone.
See?
So the
My
cone,
favorite color right there, black. Nice.
black on black. The basket is made out of a composite material. This is obviously some form of a rubber, and the cone is also like a mica composite as well. It's got some heft to it, even with the composite basket. You'd think it would be light. You'd feel like it feels like you look at it and you think this is going to be light, and it's not light at all. It's pretty heavy. So
Very nice.
standard size voice coils. Ooh, lovely. Anyways, we just wanted you guys to take a look at this because that's what it is. It's sexy beast.
Oh yeah.
So,
and hang on, give me 1 second.
oh no, take your time. You want to go to the website?
There you go.
All right. Well, for those of you that are interested in the website, you can head over to German Maestro. They do have an American website that is in English, so just type in German Maestro. You went to the German website.
Oh.
You gotta go to German
Okay.
Maestro for USA. So he'll retype in there. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna break it, but I'm probably gonna break it. It's kind of what I like to do. Yeah, can we hear them? Yes, we're going to put them in a car so that you can hear them. But right now we just want to kind of get everyone seeing them. It's new to us too, even though I've been doing this a real long time. My MB Quartz was not, they were kind of the competitor for what we were doing. So, you know, I put a lot of them in, but when I was young, I was foolish like everyone else. And if you weren't on my team, you sucked. And they weren't on my team. Ugh, jeez. The joys, the age and wisdom thing. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so here's the American page. Fernando has fine. So you want to be on this page, which is, what is it, German?
GermanMaestroUSA.com.
GermanMaestroUSA.com, all one word, GermanMaestroUSA.com. And those are the Mac Daddies right there.
Yeah. And
If you want to know more, definitely head over and watch the, no, wrong computer. Definitely head over and watch the interview we did with them.
Yes.
And for those of you who are curious, one guy was like, "Oh my God, the kid talks more than Kip." Okay, that kid.
Well, he knows his product.
Yeah,
So
that's a kid, by the way. Dude, that kid is like a genius. He's like next level crazy, like brains for days. It's wonderful, but he knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's really good. I was talking with him and everything, and I'm like, dude, that's awesome, man. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We've played with the German Maestro stuff. I also did get the opportunity. Have you played with the headphones yet?
Yes, I did.
I talked about them on the Hi-Fi Vegas show on Thursday night. I wore them on that.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be my new talk show headphones. Well, talk show headphones, because they're kind of like, they're almost too quiet. It was freaking me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I couldn't hear enough of the show to, like, so I was like, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Because the headphones I use are open, really open, so it makes it seem a lot nicer. Are those old school MB Quartz from the 90s or early 2000s? Those are the 2010 at the earliest, when Maxsonic owned MB Quartz. So Maxsonic still owns MB Quartz. German Maestro was the German manufacturer for MB Quartz. There's some thing, because Rockford, if you remember, Rockford bought them first, and then there were some lawsuits that happened. Needless to say, Maxsonic ended up with the name MB Quartz, not manufacturing facility where they were made in Germany. So this is the German company that made the original MB quartz. They are making them again. So that's what's going on there. So what's the flagship in the German Maestro stuff? Do you still have that web page?
Yes, I do. Product.
I think it's that first click there. Hold on, we'll look that up for you. It's the M line. Hold on.
Yeah.
Nando's laptop. That would be the M line.
We have.
Those are the status.
That's what we have, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the M line is the flagship. Those come in 3-way sets. They can also, the cones can come, if you give them enough time, they can make those cones any color you want. Out of the box, they just come factory white. But if you want something other than white, they will actually powder coat them any color you want. So if you want a set of red speakers, there you go. You can get a set of reds. The nice thing about these is they also come with an 8-inch. So like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
An 8-inch 3-way set.
Yeah.
$5. Oh, what's up, Scott from Power Hog? Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, man. How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
I think he's gonna stop by next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Dinner with the Royal.
Will the AR okay? So
Nice.
will the ACR4 be compatible with the DMA10? No, not as of now. The 4 is a brand new platform for them. So
And thank you for the 5, man.
yes, thank you. So it is, and for those who don't know, the 4 is going to be the new bass knob for the Epicenter Micro. I kept calling it Mini. It's a Micro. I mean, anyways.
Micro.
It's going to have an outside knob and an inside knob, very similar to everyone else's 2-function knob. It's just one is going to be for effect and one is going to be for volume. No, it's not going to be there. Right now, the 810 doesn't have the software to deal with that or the board to deal with it, so they would have to do a rev to the whole board. That's not to say one day they won't, just not right now.
All right, I have a question for you. Tyler, thank you for the 5, man. Will the ACR4
I just
be
read that one.
Okay.
That was the whole
I
thing.
was like, I'm trying to. All right, JR. Thank
Yes.
you for the 5, man. Quiet hiss and noise coming from my speakers when the radio is on, with no music playing. It's a JL RD 9900.5 bridge for 3-way Morel components from. It's normal.
Yeah, so what you're hearing is the floor noise of the amplifier. Then all amplifiers are going to have some form of floor noise. If you have your gains up too high, you'll definitely hear floor noise. If you're integrating into a factory radio, you're definitely going to hear floor noise. It's an Alpine that has nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, it's a JL. The reason why I was thinking that is because the PDX V9 and the JL 905 were very similar amplifiers. Anyways. Yeah, that's just basic floor noise. It's okay. Everything's got it. It's better amplifiers have less. More powerful amplifiers, we can get the gain down lower. Won't have it. You're bridging the amplifier, which means you're probably going to get more floor noise because now you've taken that Class D amplifier and you're asking it to run at 4 ohm, which is basically 2 ohm stereo, 4 ohm mono, which is its maximum powered output, which is fine. It'll do that. But you're also putting that amplifier in its most unstable position. Not that that's bad, what I'm just saying is that's the maximum amount of power you're going to get out of it. Most 4-channel amplifiers are always going to be a 4-channel amplifier, not necessarily be bridged. So in some cases, you would get more noise. But if it's just a low, it's fine. That's normal. That's 100%.
It's like, hey, I saw you meet up with my buddy Donnie.
Donnie and I have known each other for a very long time. He used to live here. I used to just say, "What's up, Circuit City Donnie?" Before he moved out to Tennessee, he actually would fill in for me here when I would take a day off. He would come and work for me. But yeah, I've known Donnie when he used to be skinny like Fernando.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was a twig.
So he was that short?
No, he's always been tall. But no, I like Donnie. Donnie and I go back, and he's just fun.
All right. Good evening, guys. Since you guys do so many F-150s, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Lightning model in regards to installation?
That was my
not
thoughts.
that power distribution, and
Yes.
how.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You're kind of out of frame.
Oh, I'm trying to get closer.
All right, get farther away now. I moved the screen.
Power distribution and how it affect the distance, driving distance. So the F-150, I'm guessing, is the
That's the new Lightning. That's
is
the
the
new
new-
battery operated one.
yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, I haven't even looked at it yet. I've seen pictures of it. It hasn't even hit my radar.
I mean, in the end of the day, we gotta have one first to test it, see what's going on.
You're good.
It's like,
You're good. I'm hoping people smarter than me do cool stuff, and then I just copy it. But no, I haven't had time to even look at it yet. It looks neat. You know, the thing with the battery operated cars, they're not going away. There's only going to get more of them. And there again, it's one more way that the car manufacturer is trying to seal up the world around, pardon me, aftermarket add-ons, stereo included. I was just talking with another a fellow colleague that does radar detectors, and where they were tapping power into the radar detector, and Tesla pushed an update and changed that from an accessory turn-on to a constant 12 volts. Just like that, over the air.
Just
Nobody
enough.
knew. So now the radar detectors were staying on all the time, and it was like, what the heck happened? So right now it's kind of the wild, wild west of battery-operated vehicles. Tesla's kind of pushing forward, doing whatever they want, creating all kinds of havoc for the world. I think what we need to see is it kind of all level out a little bit. You know, if everyone was staying on course like with Prius was simple. Once we figured Prius out, it was like, hey, it's not a big deal. It's just basically the same thing, and we're golden. And then it was like, okay, well, we don't want to have two batteries in cars. We want to have one battery and a power point. And it's like, oh, that might get interesting. So like the Hyundais have just a power point, meaning it's connected into it's like a golf cart almost. You have to have an inverter. Well, you're not putting 300 or 400 amps worth of current draw on that. That's not going to happen. So we don't really know where we're going to go with this yet. This is the new frontier of this, so we'll just have to wait and see. On the plus note, what we might see is a lot of batteries, more batteries going back into cars, because we might need to add actual 12-volt batteries into the cars off of these power inverters with switching relays and step-up converters and all these other fun things. Put these bigger stereos in there. Will it happen? Yes, of course, because the one thing you have to remember is that this is what I always go to bed at night and think about. All these brands that you see on the wall behind us, all the brands that you're asking about, all the brands that we talk about, all of these people make a living. Kicker makes a living. There's 100 and some odd employees there that make a living selling audio. And car audio is a big part of their business. So at some point, they're going to have to figure this out. And once they do, then they can tell us. So there you go. Tesla's bother me the way they do business. I would agree with that. The more we listen to them, the more it's just kind of like, wow, that's because I don't want people constantly screwing with my stuff. Like, no.
they have control of everything.
Yeah, just
Like
just leave me
crazy.
alone. I don't, it's like I have a clock in my bathroom that is set to the old daylight savings time. So twice a year it pisses me off because it does things that it's not supposed to. And I'm like, oh my God.
Thank you, David, for the 5, man. Thank you.
Do you think you will like the German Maestro as much as you like the Morels? Okay. I love this question. Ready?
Yes.
No, I will not like them as much as I like the Morels. You gotta understand something. Think of it like this. You're married? I'm married, right? I'm married for 26 years, okay? I love my wife. I find my wife attractive and all those other fun things, fill in all those cliches and voids, okay? But that doesn't mean if Sandra Bullock is standing in front of me, I'm not going to go, wow, she's hot. Okay, right?
Right.
I mean, she is, okay? Or whoever. But that doesn't mean I'm going to leave my wife.
Right.
Okay? when you really like something, like I like Morel, they can do no wrong. I will love them forever. Okay? But that doesn't mean I can't hear something else and go, ooh, I like the way that sounds. But at the end of the night, I'm going to go back to bed with my Morel speakers.
Yeah.
Okay? So I like, and Fernando's the same, and if you're a true audio guy, you can appreciate good sound no matter who it's coming from. Okay? So, yeah, there's all brands that we like. Like, if you're a Canadian Dry drinker, you're not going to be drinking Seagrams because you're going to be like, oh, that stuff tastes like piss water. You know?
Oh, really?
So, that's just it. I mean, I have, like, Ground Zero. They're in his car right now. Dude, those Ground Zero speakers are some of the, like, out of the box, put them in the car, best sounding speakers I've ever heard. Like
no DSP,
no nothing. Just power them on, adjust the gains, and go. It's like,
they sound
damn, they're active.
They're active, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But holy crap, they sound freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm going to these. No, it just means I can appreciate the work they put into them and the fact that they sound good. And that if someone asks me, I'm going to say, yes, these sound amazing. You know, and that was the Ground Zero Uraniums. So if I hear these and I'm the same way, I'm like, damn, these things sound incredible. And I did get to hear a set of them when we were in the room.
In the room, yeah.
But I wasn't. I did this for about maybe 4 minutes.
Okay. So you don't spend a lot of time.
I didn't spend a lot of time on it because
when I was there was a lot of people there, and
Yeah.
and like I don't know, that was like Andy and all these guys. They came from Mexico too. So we started talking. So that was like. But I'm hopefully we can hear them in Dallas.
From one low 5.0 channel support. What does that say? What, low 1? Channel support. Thank you for your hard work. Oh.
So it's just thank you for how it works. So thank you, man.
Yeah. Looks weird here. Looks normal there.
Yeah. It's like so one low. Thank you for the 5, man.
All right. With a deck around 500 or less, is screen mirroring for Netflix worth it as a resolution for best? Okay. So I'm going to say this. When it comes to screen mirroring, don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time. It sucks.
Oh, this guy.
What?
Hang on, watch this. It says, where is it? You gotta be at least 30 to appreciate Sandra Bullock.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. You do. I'm sorry. I don't know any of the young ones. I could have said a Kardashian, but yes, yeah, okay. Anyways,
No, it's not
when it comes to screen sharing on these radios right now, it's not worth your time. Okay, it sucks. It looks terrible. If you're just doing it to listen to like music or something like that, and you just want it on there to flicker your lights, I get it. That makes sense. That's cool. But most of these radios are 480. If it's a 7-inch screen, it's a 480 screen. Right? It's just garbage. So you're trying to punch 1080 into 480. It looks choppy. It doesn't look all that good. If you got a 3-year-old in the back and you're trying to do that, it makes total sense. You can go ahead and do it. The 720 screens, which are the bigger screens, those do look nicer, but still not great. I don't know. I honestly didn't even know watching movies in the dash was still a thing. We have not done or had a request for one of those in so long. I hadn't even thought about it. But back to the ZZ2, they also make an interface. If the car has... They also make a wireless interface for it. It's called the Zeus. And what the Zeus does is it, through that same USB port, will do Netflix and all that other fun stuff. So you might want to check out ZZ2 for the Zeus. Ooh, the Greek god, lightning, all that crap. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just trying to find... did they make a 12 subwoofer?
Who?
Right now it's just a 10.
Sony?
Sony.
I think it's a 10.
It's just 10, right?
On the line? The new line? Yeah. You gotta remember on that Sony line stuff, guys, because of COVID and releasing the product, a lot of the other products they wanted to come out with are kind of getting there. Slow it down, killer. Whoa, back up the train.
And
well, at least the sugar's working.
But they keep evolving the line, so...
I mean, we know a 12 has to come out. I mean, there's no way you just make it 10.
Right.
That doesn't happen.
It's only one thing.
On the Silverado, do you use the AR with the RCA1 or the DSR1? I've been using the AR with the DSR1. Love your answer to my question. You have a point. Like Mama always said, Elvis was her boyfriend, and I knew she was just playing around. Yeah, that's right, man. Dude, hunk of burning love. God. Who's taller, Rob Schneider or Nando? How tall are you? Rob Schneider, the comedian.
I'm 5'1", 5'2". I don't know.
I don't know how tall Rob Schneider is. Rob Schneider makes a lot more money, so he's immediately taller.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Are JL
I'm gonna
amps
find
worth
out.
the price, or are there better, cheaper options looking for a 5-channel? There's a lot of better options, that's for sure. Don't get me wrong, JL makes an exceptional amplifier. However, yes, there are tons of 5-channel amplifiers out there that are on par, if not better. So we'll just talk about some on par. I don't know where you want to be as far as price point goes, but earlier we were looking at the Kenwood XR line. Kenwood has the XR 901.5. Gonna be the best value, wattage, dollar, sound quality amplifier you're gonna find in that 5-channel category for sure. The XR 901.5 is phenomenal price and performance. If you want to look, obviously Audio Control stepped into the 5-channel ring now with the LC5 1300. Audison has the SR 5-channel. Someone had mentioned check out the Audison. The SR 5-channel is that's awesome amplifier too. But there are a lot of them, a lot of 5-channel amplifiers. If you're a Rockford guy, Rockford has like 6 5-channel amplifiers of varying price points and performance value. The Punch is probably going to be similar to the JL you were looking at, unless you're looking at a VXI. If you're looking at a VXI, it's got a DSP, in which case you're going to want to look at the DE5 1300 from Audio Control. That's the DE5, that's the 5-channel amplifier there. But yeah, there's a lot to choose from. You just kind of walk around.
Somebody asked, what do you guys think about the Nakamichi radios with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto?
Never touched them.
We haven't touched them, so...
they're probably available right now.
Exactly. And right now, if you have the opportunity to get one because it's no more.
Axeman, is Kicker going to replace the Q Class? That's a big no. Nope. Q Class is done. It's gone. It's out of here. There's nothing on the horizon to replace it. It's safe to say. That's no surprise. They've said that publicly. So yeah, no, that's gone. It's sad.
Rob is 5'3". Oh, that sucks. He's taller than me.
By 1 inch. He's older though. He might have shrunk. And you know he's lying because he's in Hollywood. Do you have a video bypass for GMC Envoy amp? No, we do not.
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I got a JLW1 10-inch 4-ohm single voice coil. Believe it's 300 watts RMS. What amp would you recommend for it? Well, if it's a small 300 watt, I gotta assume you're not gonna just keep that one woofer, and you might want to go a little bigger at some point. But if that's the thing, small little, I would get a 500, so like a Key 501 would work, especially if you're going to integrate into a factory radio. If you're not, there's the Kicker makes the 400.1, the CX 400.1. Rockford has the R1 250. I'm sorry, R250.1. I think it's the R250.1. That would be a nice one to choose from. They have the 500.1 also. Kenwood Exelon makes the XR. I believe it's the XR4 or 500.1. That would also work really well. It's very tiny. So, how does the Audio Frog GB60 compare to the Focal K2? Which is better? Ooh, I don't know. That GB60 is a beast. Those are two big. That's a heavyweight fight right there. I mean, dude, if those are both put in, tuned, done in right, I honestly couldn't tell you if I'd be able to. That's a tough one. That's going to fall down to if you're not on my team, you suck comparison there, because, man, those two speakers are. Those are. I mean, dude, they're very comparative. Yeah. I don't think I can answer that and be truthful because I like them both. I mean, neither one of those are getting kicked out of bed.
Let's read this one I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where is it?
I don't know. Do you have it on your laptop? I can just read it off of there.
All right. 2021 Accord. non-amplified system. What do you think the best solution is for the factory amplified high pass? I'm running a Rockford Fosgate P1005 with the Focals ISU 165s front and rear and a sound down. So this is the speakers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So what he's talking about, though, is the topic we've been bringing up a couple times with the new Epicenter Micro, is that no longer are we just seeing bass roll-off. So just to fill everyone in, you used to have an anomaly called bass roll-off when integrating a subwoofer into your factory radio. Chrysler is the best example of bass roll-off. As you turn up the volume, you have bass, you have bass, you have bass, you have the same amount of bass, but the highs keep getting louder. It just stops. That's called bass roll-off. Now, the manufacturers have decided to be like, you know what, screw it. We're just not going to give you any bass. And they throw a high-pass crossover in there on the back end really low so that you don't, it just rolls the speaker right off right from the get-go. So there is no bass at all coming out of them. Honda is the best example of that. Well, you need a harmonic restoration device. A device that says, no, that's not how this works. The device that I'm talking about, you may have heard of, is called an Epicenter. An Epicenter was originally designed for records. Records could only record frequencies so low and play them back, because if they were too low, supposedly, I don't really remember, because back then I didn't care, the needle would pop in the subs and it would jump, and you don't want your needle, you know. Anyways, so an Epicenter was created actually for home audio use to do harmonic restoration to bring back the deeper bass that was lost in the recording on a record. Move forward to today, the Epicenter has become one of the most awesome tools inside of a car for restoring or adding in low frequency bass that is missed, because it does an octave shift. So what that means for you and I is that in that Honda, it's somewhere around 70 hertz is where that starts to roll off. All right, so that means if we play into that, we center that up just right, it'll do an octave shift, which means we'll get all the way down to 35 hertz. Now, it's not just a boost at 35 hertz, it has Q to it, so it will bring all those frequencies from 70 to 35 hertz along with it, thus filling in that giant void of sound that you're missing, because it's just going, ah! Okay, so what you want to do is get an Epicenter. The reason why we talked about this a lot lately is because the new Epicenter Micro, which you don't need to have, the original Epicenter is not going away, so just go pick one of those up, is now going to be, we have the trifecta of doom, which is the LC1, the line driver awesome high level to low level adapter, the LC2i Pro, which is for bass roll off, and now we'll have the Epicenter Micro, which is just for high passed bass in a factory car, and or somebody that is my age that listens to music where the bass sucks, because I'm old and listen to classic rock, which is sad because classic rock is now from the 90s. I mean, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Was Brian Mitchell's ELR the best sounding car you've ever heard? I know the install was mind-blowing. I'm going to go with yes. Yes. Okay, so we've heard Nick Wingate's pickup truck, and Nick Wingate's that he won with. So Nick's on there. We heard that truck. We heard that system. And it was very nice sounding. It was exquisite. It sounded great. The difference between them is the personalities of the two people. Nick is very straight and very, whereas Brian is a little bit younger, a little bit more party. And so I feel that reflects a little bit in the way the two of them do their systems. And Brian's was tuned more to the way I listen to music. And both of them are like, damn, you know, like damn. But I feel like I like Brian's just a tad better, and that's not because I really like Brian. I do. I like Nick too. We all hung out together.
Oh yeah.
So like Nick and Brian are buddies. There's a couple of shots that got kicked out of the video. The most recent one where Nick is like this in the background. So Brian and I are talking, and Nick is like this in the background.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get out of the frame. But no, you know, I feel honored, honestly, if you think about it, to being able to hear two award-winning vehicles in their time. They're exquisite, man. You know, like I've said before, if you ever get the chance, make sure you hear these things because they're amazing. Have a great evening too, Jason. Oh my gosh, look
It's
at that.
nap
Keeper
time.
of the time, Jason.
Really?
It's
Nap
that time.
time.
We burned through this hour. What else do we got? We got anything else you want to do?
That's
We got one more question we could probably hit.
Don't forget, guys, if you are in the industry, Knowledge Fest in Texas is coming.
Ooh,
so
dude.
it's going to be crazy. We have a lot of things
We got
to
a
do
lot of classes
in
we're
there.
doing. I cannot wait. I think Morel is going to be Sunday. I think we're going to do Morel Sunday morning.
Okay.
So I think
Sunday morning?
I think right now we're not 100%, but I think
Okay.
Morel is going to be Sunday morning at like
Okay.
9:30. We're going to do.
Well, we're going to be there.
Of
so,
course we're going to
yep.
be there because we'll probably be the ones psyching Casey out. We'll probably have to be the ringmasters. Like, yo, check it out, everyone. Welcome to Morel. Get excited. It's 9:30 in the morning. Woo!
So
Get your coffee on.
if you guys need some breakfast, go to Morel.
We don't
get
know
your
yet.
breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
No, I say get your breakfast and then go to Morel.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll talk more about Dallas Knowledge Fest. And the nice thing too is you guys don't get to go to Dallas Knowledge Fest because you're just fans of car audio or whatever. As you know, we're gonna try to get as much content for you as possible.
Yeah.
The Dallas is the big one, so we're gonna have lots of people there. The Morel is gonna have a car there done by Joey Knapp, the legend Joey Knapp from Lake City, Florida. Here, this guy's a genius. He's one of the. Anyways, you'll see. We'll get to film that, but we're gonna film a ton of cars.
All right,
Get a
before
lot
we
of
go,
fun and
El Fuego has the last question. Where is it? All right,
got it right
have
here.
it right here. Okay.
Rockford Fosgate T1005 bridged channels to KS 6x9 components and run off KS coax in the rear off the head unit. If you want it loud, yes. If you want it loud, because that'll be the loudest you'll run that. It'll be insane. You won't even hear those ones in the rear. If you want, honestly, that's the way I would run it. I mean, you're fine. I would run it that way. There's nothing else I could say. If you got a DSP going active on it, would probably be the only other option. And all that's going to do is just take away some of the loudness and give you more depth, or not even really depth, just give you the ability to get more foo-foo-y. But if we're just going for loud, 5-channel bridge, 3-channel, go.
Yeah, and if we didn't answer your question, don't
Monday.
forget Monday.
Monday
at
at
6:30 on Facebook.
Eastern Standard Time. We'll have this again, but on the Monday show. But we'll be back with fundamentals, so we got a good fundamental plan for you. So we'll get you learn on there.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Saturday night. You know what that means, Fernando? That means it's Saturday night. People are gonna go do dumb stuff. If you're gonna go do something stupid, like get drunk,
I'm gonna
don't drive home.
Don't do that.
If you want to watch a Disney Plus movie, Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife came out, so $20 you can rent it and watch it at home. That sounds like a big plan. Or Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso season 2 just launched last night. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, for one thing, what? Are you kidding me? Like, if you have Apple Plus and you haven't watched Ted Lasso, you need to be kicked in the head. If you have HBO Max and you're looking for a good show to start, as I've said, Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got a ways to go on that. You're done with season 1.
Yeah, no, I still have to watch it.
Yeah, but you got to watch season 2. Anyways, all right. What is?
Watch the Olympics, guys. It's cool.
There are only 3 wires, not 6, so it's confusing.
It's okay.
One of them is, so it means that the ground is a neutral. So you got a positive. So the ground is the same for both. So.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Yes, he's talking about the camera. It's got to be the camera. So the ground and shield are the same. So the one that's metering 6 volts is going to be the power, and the one that's not is going to be, so one should be ground.
Is the axis.
And then the other one should be your signal. I think that's the backup camera. Either ways, listen guys, if you're going to do something stupid, Uber, Lyft, have a great weekend. Not the camera, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what it was.
No, it's not the camera.
I don't know
That's
what
I'm saying.
I don't know.
All right, so now that you talk about now, you got to answer this question.
Oh, my God.
I know exactly. It's an ANR 1035 amplifier digital inline noise filter integration device. I literally can't find any actual wiring diagram for this exact device. Anywhere you can help me. So it's a noise filter.
Yeah.
It's 3 wires.
Correct. A ground, an input, and an output.
Yes, that's.
So there should, okay, so like the Stinger one has a ground, which is just a ground. It has a blue and it has a red.
Yeah.
One is the input, one is the output. That's all there is, and it doesn't matter because the red is the input, the blue is the output.
Yeah.
But that's all you have is you have a ground, an input, and an output, and it just goes through the coil.
Yeah. Okay. It's this one right here. Let me see.
Yeah. So you have the red input, the blue output.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, if you go to access.com, then you will find
yeah, click on it.
TED Doc, instruction manual,
Okay, hold on.
right there. Right there. Wire.
Yeah.
Right there.
So green. Oh, so there. The red is the output. So it's backwards on this one. So green is the input. So red is the output.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, you just go here, find it, access.com. There you go. Ooh.
All right. Pooh. Wow. Internet's a strange thing. All right, guys. Listen. We don't matter at Dallas. Sorry. You always.
No,
matter.
you always.
always
This is the reason why we make this. Like
Yeah,
the
so
show
we can
for you
take
guys
with
can
you.
watch it.
I mean, that's part of the fun, right? All right, guys, listen, you have a wonderful rest of the night and rest of your weekend. We'll catch you back here on Monday. That's it. That's all we got.